Hello, young grammarians. It is time again for Shirley English. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, oh no, Mrs. Shelton. I know. I'm with you on that one, but we have to go over this. And we're doing 3 different sections today on Shirley English. All right, the first one, go ahead and get out your line paper. That's what I had instructed on our Weebly lesson. We're just going over our imperative sentence that we had worked on. We should have classified the whole thing last week. We had you, that was our understood subject pronoun. Push the square button for juice. We were talking about the fact that we're looking at a juice machine, okay? Push, verb transitive, and we'll talk about that in just a second. The, we know that that's an article adjective. Square, that's describing our noun, so that's an adjective. Button, that's a direct object, that's a noun, and it's not in any sort of prepositional phrase. For, preposition, and juice, object of our preposition right there. Okay, we know that it's an imperative sentence because it goes back to our you, which is understood. Okay, and we know that, and I forgot to classify that sentence. Oh no, it is subject, noun, verb transitive, direct object, pattern 2 on that. So I know everybody else got that at home, and I'm the one who, I'm raising my hand right there, flubbed that up. Okay. Now, one of the things that, remember on our direct objects, our direct object is the DO for direct object, and our direct object answers then the question or completes the meaning of the sentence, and it's always located in the predicate, which this is the predicate, okay? Always located there. And it completes the sentence. So, you push the square, what? Well, we're pushing the square button, and it's going back to who did that? Well, you push the square button on that. So it really is completing that sentence, okay? And we're pushing that square button for the juice, okay? All right, now, that was what we classified last week before we left. And that direct object goes back to that verb transitive. Okay, it's that noun or pronoun that's describing push. What did we push? Well, we pushed the button. All right, now we're in our Shirley English and we're doing number 2. Okay, the first thing that we're going to memorize, because this really helps us down the road, really does. And of course, rats, we don't have our fluorescent index cards, which I'm going to give you, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a secret. Yesterday, which was Tuesday, I'm thinking to myself, it was around 4:30, and I thought, oh my gosh, Emma and I have got to get up extra early tomorrow morning so we can get into school to get everything organized. And then I'm thinking, what? No, we don't. So, I was getting into the mindset that I had to hop in the car and get to school, and the only thing I need to hop out of is bed and get myself dressed for the day. I am missing you in your desks right now, that's for sure. All right, on our helping verbs, it really is so important that we get these helping verbs memorized. I know you're thinking in your mind, oh, really, Mrs. Shelton? Oh, but it does. So we're going to start easy peasy this week, okay? We've got only 2 future tense verbs that we need to memorize, and that's will and shall. That helps us because we know right away if we see will and shall, they're talking future tense. It has not happened yet. And that really helps us, okay? We're having a little quiz on Friday. The only 2 you need to memorize, will and shall. So easy, we can do that, okay? Will and shall. Now, that's just section number 2 on that with our future tense on will and shall, okay? And I'm even going to ask you tomorrow, what are the 2 future tense verbs and helping verbs, and you can just shout them out, will and shall. That's how easy that's going to be, okay? All right, now, Our third sentence that I want us to copy down, I feel like we've done this before, but it's going to be great practice as we're going to classify this sentence, all of it today, but we're going to do it together. Okay? The hunting dog tracked the raccoon through the brush. I'm sure that we've done this, but it's great practice, okay? And then we're going to skip forward and we're going to set up our next sentence. The hunting dog tracked the raccoon through the brush. All right, first of all, what type of sentence is it? Now, everybody at this, I'm sideways. Everybody at this point should say, oh gosh, Mrs. Shelton, it's declarative. True, it's a statement. So we're just going to put a D right there. And Ben is probably saying to me, oh, Mrs. Shelton, you forgot to put the line right there. I did, Ben. I've got it. All right. Now, where should the break be? Where should the break be between the subject and the predicate? Where should the break be between the subject and the predicate? Oh, my nose. Okay. If you said between dog and tracked, you are correct. So we need to put the break right there. All right. Now, what is the? Maybe you even have this sentence from when you wrote it before, which would be great. Okay, the article adjective. If you don't, this is great. This is such great practice for us. Hunting. What is it modifying or describing? Well, you should all say dog, okay? And we know that dog is a noun. So this should be adjective. Okay? Dog, subject, noun. What is tracked? Well, for right now, it's showing action, so we're going to put verb, but we're going to be back. What is the? Article adjective. Okay? What is raccoon? Hopefully, everybody said, well, Mrs. Shelton, it's a noun. It's not in any sort of preposition or prepositional phrase. So it's got to be a direct object. Some of us are getting hung up on this. This is why it's great practice. It is a direct object. And if it's a direct object, we've got to go right back here and put a T because it's verb transitive. Okay? The hunting dog tracked the what? Well, the direct object. Okay, that's finishing up our sentence. It's tracked the raccoon, which is the direct object. I said what? The direct object. I meant tracked the what? The raccoon, which is a direct object. Okay, through. Oh, I hope everybody said preposition. Correct. Boom. We need those parentheses right there. The article adjective and brush. Object of the preposition. Bink. And there we go. Okay. Make sure that your parentheses go right there and then your period is on the outside. There we go. Okay. Now, we need to make sure that we're doing subject noun, verb transitive, direct object, yes, and we're in pattern 2. Pattern 2 is all about verb transitive and direct objects. All right, we got that. Okay, we are on for sentence number 2. Here we go. Now, I love this one. We built. We're going to get this copied down. I'm going to put my line right after this. So we built a smokeless. Now, hopefully, as you're writing these words down, you're thinking about them too. A smokeless. Okay. So we built a smokeless fire with dry sticks from the forest. I'll be right back. If you didn't get it all down, we'll get it.